to just flip away from this for a second. I'm going to go into my Blue Dot app because I don't think I've ever had that. I've never seen it come and go. I never have heard anything. I do have it on the Pink Dot because I paid for it. But anyway, I'm going to look, but I don't know anything about the question.
Okay.
This is the first time it has actually showed up as one of the listed programs for all Healy programs. It's the first program on the list now, so I can sort it.
Right.
Well, we
Where
have to also look that they are going to,
now it's gone.
they are going to eventually make the Blue app a subscription-based product anyway. So if they're adding digital nutrition to it, that would be awesome, because that's going to kill two birds with one stone for the majority of people who want the PV and they want to be involved in the marketing aspect and of making money with Healy, but they don't want or need the animal subscription. They don't want or need a watch subscription. They don't want the revitalization or anything like that. But this is obviously might, serve two purposes. So.
Okay, so Maria, are you telling me that as a Healy owner, we are eventually going to have to pay a subscription?
Not if you already own
to
it.
the Blue Dot app?
Not if you already own it. If you have it or you purchase it this month, they are saying
No,
that
I purchased it last year.
if you already had it or if you purchase it this month, so if you have it by the end of this month, what they're saying is that we are grandfathered into owning it. But they are moving to where the Blue app will be a subscription-based product.
Okay, so I understand that. I just wanted to be clear that since we bought our Healys, which of I have 5, I am not going to be charged for additional Blue Dot apps.
Anything that you already have in a resonance form prior to April 30th or the end of this sale
Of
is
2021.
of this year is grandfathered in, right? Is grandfathered in. We weren't buying them last year, so it has to be this year, April 30th, because they didn't come out till May 1st. So if you bought it on May 1st or if you buy it on April 30th of this year, if you purchase it prior to the end of this sale and you get it purchased, then you are grandfathered in as owning it.
Okay, well, I bought mine in July of last year. So
Then you're
they
good.
were on sale in 2020, and that's when I purchased all 5 of mine.
Then you're good.
No, we've covered this on multiple other calls, that this had to do with after the current promotion, it was going to become a subscription. Everyone else is
Okay.
grandfathered basically.
Yeah, that's
So
perfect.
you're good. You're all good.
That's perfect. Okay, thank you
Maria?
so much.
Yes.
Maria, I just purchased the subscription for the digital nutrition, the advisor, and the rejuvenation just yesterday. And
Okay.
so I've been watching my tablet to see, when it's going to arrive, sort of thing. So I was glad to know about that digital nutrition in the Blue app that said mixture, because I thought that was part of it, but evidently that's a new thing, right?
We're not sure. Hopefully they'll say something on the call tomorrow, but it kind of surprised all of us. And
What I wanted to do is just tell you what I see on my screen and tell me if this is something you're familiar with. Then I'll at least maybe get an idea that I might be getting the new version or not.
okay.
In the advisor, which I thought the advisor was just something that you open up, type in what you want to find out about and go about your way. But then the health advisor, when I open that up, it's got 4 sections. It's got a health advisor search, and underneath that it says Healy IMF programs, and then Healy IMF program assistant. Then it's got another section called digital nutrition, nutrition IMF programs, shopping list, digital nutrition assistant. And then it has bioenergetic revitalization as a 3rd section. And then it says IMF programs, daily revitalization, and then assistant. And then it has an animal section for IMF programs in your animals. But Gwen just said that all of her digital and nutrition was on her pink app, and I'm talking from my blue. Well, I'm not talking from blue. I'm talking from the advisor.
Okay, so are all of your pages, can you access all of those pages? Did you purchase all of those as subscriptions?
I purchased 3 out of 4. I didn't purchase the animal because I don't have an animal, but they're all faded right now. It's like they haven't kicked it in and let me do anything with it.
Right, and as soon as they do on the ones that you've purchased, you will be able to go in and access those.
But will they be on the pink app or will they be in this advisor? Do you know?
Well, they're going to be in the Swoosh app because that's where you access it, right? And then in order to run,
The Heal advisor is a Swoosh. What's that?
there's 4 different apps that you can download at the Play Store or your app store. There's the pink dot, the blue dot, the one with the swoosh, call it the swoosh,
that. Okay, all right.
and the
That's
watch.
Oh, it's the wave. It looks like a wave. to me.
The wave,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Swoosh
That one
wave.
that's the Heal advisor. That's where
Yeah.
that's where I've been reading from.
Right, and then the so the IMF is just individualized microcurrent frequency, individualized microcurrent frequency. So
Right.
IMF just means what are you going to run in the pink dot app? It's just telling
So
you
I
what
guess my question is am I going to be running it from the Heal advisor, the Wave, the Swoosh app, or am I
No.
going to be
No, you're going to
am I gonna
actually,
be finding out some information from that app that I go to the pink app?
yeah. So remember when somebody has asked us questions about what do I take for gout? What do I do for gout? What do I do for whatever?
Right.
And you've seen Gwen and I type it in and it'll show up the list in the pink dot that we should run.
Oh, okay, I'm getting it. This is the search for those 3 types of groups or programs or services,
Correct.
I guess.
Correct. So IMF is individualized microcurrent frequency. So it's just showing you out of everything you could run and you're searching this, what should I run?
Okay.
And we should run that. Yeah.
Okay, well, evidently they must be downloading these things in parts because, I've got the screen, but I don't have the back stuff, the
Right.
operating part.
Right.
Anyway, just wanted to see if what I was getting sounded like something new or what.
Nope, it sounds like, yep, it sounds like as soon as it's activated, then you'll be able to go in and research it a little bit and then run it in your pink dot. Somebody in the chat, was that Elizabeth, said I still have it. I still have the digital nutrition on my blue dot app. So it's been there for a week and she says I use it daily. So it sounds like it's just, I kind of think it's a mistake, but I could be totally wrong.
And I just want to speak to that too, Maria, for anyone that thinks they're waiting too long, because I find that when you add a program, it actually happens pretty quickly. If it's been more than like 2 weeks, I would uninstall the app or reinstall it, or I would check for updates with going to settings. I don't know that at any time I've added anything, it's taken very long to add it, but I have had to go find it. If it didn't just pop in automatically.
Well, I ordered all of this yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's too
10
soon.
and 11. So
Yeah.
It's too soon, but it'll.
Yeah.
You can go check for it if you think it's going to take too long.
Yeah.
check for it where?
As an update or by
Yeah, I've done
uninstalling
that.
or reinstalling the app.
Or you
Okay.
might just open up the Wave app and all of a sudden they're available. So I would just open it up, for the next couple of days in a row, keep opening that app to look and see if they aren't opaque anymore, if you can actually, get into them. Marilee, you have a question?
Here.
Hi there.
Hi. I heard somewhere that for 300 euros, you can get a replacement Healy if you drop it in the commode or something. I don't know. Is that true?
It is true. They're about $350 US.
And we go in the back office and just request it?
You put in a ticket. Yep, you put in a ticket.
Okay.
And you say you need to request a replacement. What they'll do is they'll deactivate the serial number that is associated with your account. And I'm in the process of doing that right now because I had one lost in the mail. So they have not gotten back to me yet, but I'll be replacing that. So I'll be able to give details on what they do. They've actually sent it out of their department to another department. I'm assuming that I will receive an email.
That's what I might do with the one I was asking for help with from you, you know, just get it, just go get it, get a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Gwen said she would tell us, give us some ideas about what programs to run, time of day, because of sleep and other issues. Now, obviously you don't run the sleep programs in the morning, but she talked about adrenal and some other ones that I just wanted to make sure I'm running things at the right time of day.
Okay, we talked about that last week. And so just to bring that back up again, it has to do with what makes sense. So you don't do sleep in the morning. So we covered this in detail last week, but we also said, and Maria's covered this and I've covered this on other things, but common sense. When do you take your thyroid medication? You take it in the morning. You never take it at night. No one's ever said to take thyroid medication at night.
Right.
When do you take adrenal supplements or ginseng? You take them in the morning. So you would do those programs in the morning. So there's not like a rule book or a written list, but if you're going to work on sleep, you do sleep at night. You don't do sleep in the morning.
That makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
so that's all I was really referring to was that there's, like another one would be, let's say bladder. I wouldn't work on bladder at nighttime and be up all night peeing. But if you do it, it's not going to mess you up forever. That night you might be up in the bathroom and then you're going to go, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore at night.
What about
Just like
liver?
pure and release, and they tell you to do those in the morning, same thing. You don't want to be up pooping all night if you just got your Healy. So, I mean, it's more about if you're everyone knows if they're already taking thyroid and adrenal that you always take those things in the morning. Like, because you've taken a medication or you've taken cortisol or you've taken a supplement, follow those kind of same guidelines. Don't do anything energizing at night and don't do anything to make you sleepy in the morning. We've all, Maria and me too, but for sure, I've made mistakes in my life and done adrenal and thyroid stuff at night, not really thinking about it. I don't know if you know this, Maria, but when I got the OMS machine from, and I can't think of her name, but I did that thyroid thing and had those alligator clips connected to me, and I was up for like 3 days. And of course, the next day I'm like, oh crap, now I know what I did wrong after I didn't sleep. But we all do that, so it's not even the end of the world if you do it. But if you have like a weird reaction like that, think about what you just did. Did you do something too late? It's almost like, would you do coffee at night if it keeps you awake, or would you do, like, I can't do green tea extract anything, or I can't sleep. So just, I would say follow kind of those kind of guidelines of, like another suggestion might be like, and the other way, instead of not doing something, think about when these things cause you problems. If you have kind of nighttime digestive issues, like if you eat after 5 o'clock, you can't sleep, then run digestion at 5 or 6, like when you have your early meal, because you obviously have a sluggishness there. So it's not always like what not to do, it's also what to do. If you always have your vascular headache at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then 2 o'clock in the afternoon would be a really good time to run a circulation program. So kind of like take notes or inventory of what's going on with you. And like, especially if at certain times of the day, you always get a headache at a certain time of day. Certain kind of headaches, you can look online for this, but headaches in the back of the head is liver generally. Throbbing kind of headaches here can be vascular. It can also be food reactions. But let's say your headaches are food reactions and you're not changing your diet, then that would be a good time to run food sensitivities, is right before, right after you ate those foods that are going to generally set you off. So I think it's not just when not to run programs, but it's also when I would run programs is, if you have an afternoon lull every day at 2 o'clock, and so you don't want to go for that Coke or that candy bar, that might be a good time to do bioenergetic boost if it doesn't like affect your sleep at night. If it gives you a little energy surge. Do you want to add anything, Maria, to certain times of day?
Well, I mean, I know that all of the deep relaxation, the relaxation, all of those that are calming are going to assist the adrenals because it's engaging the parasympathetic system and giving the adrenals a break. So any of those, I would say you can run in the evenings. I don't think those are going to be energizing at all for people unless your polarity is shifted, and then maybe it could be. But as far as deep relaxation in the fitness and what's the one in the deep cycle? Is it deep? Is it pure calm, or seems like there's a calming one in the deep cycle? Any of those, I would be okay running into the, you know, the late part of the day, and then, you know, do bed rest and sleep, you know, when you're headed to bed.
What about
It's what,
kidneys?
same thing. You know, kidneys are working between 3 and 5 in the afternoon. So if you're going to run kidneys at 9 o'clock at night, you're activating them to do more. So I probably wouldn't do, you can, you know, go in and look up into Google and look at the Chinese meridian, the organ clock, and
Mhm.
kind of gauge there. If you're doing it at opposite time, you're asking the kidneys to do a little bit more, and you might be up, like Gwen said, peeing a couple times in the middle of the night. That probably would be the only bad thing about it, but you wouldn't get some restful sleep because of it. I think Gwen and I learned a long time ago, you just don't do the filtering organs at night unless you're assisting lungs because they're having problems, unless you're assisting the liver because they're having problems, which are both in those evening hours. But typically, you're doing those type of things during the day to support, and just for the sake of having better sleep.
And that would also include small intestines, large intestine, liver, kidneys, bladder, release. And now we know weight is waste. So I would not do any of those in the last few hours before bed.
Right.
Okay, that's really helpful. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Willow wants to know when we will be able to purchase the Healy coil. We do not know. We'll have to listen to the call tomorrow. If they are going to say, we don't know. I think they talked about early spring, late spring into the summer. I'm not sure when they're going to have that available.
I thought I heard June on that call. I thought they said.
I think I heard late spring, early summer. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
You bet. I'm just going to answer this question on the call now because someone's asking me personally. I have a new phone. How do I put the master key? I've saved it, but there's no way to type it in. Well, you can't type it in because it's a 4,000 encrypted bit code that takes up an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It's a code. So what you have to do if you have a new device is you need to have, hopefully you saved it to an email that you can then open up in your new phone. So if you can email or open up your email in your new phone and download that file attachment to either Pages if you have an iPhone, or Samsung Notes, or even just in your download, you should be able to open up the Blue app and it'll say download, or I never get the words right. It's Save Master Key if you've never had one, and it's not transfer. I can never remember what it is. It's you get your new code. back up your master code, whatever that is. So import, thank you. That's the word. Woo! Yay.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I updated my Healy because it never asked me to do it. So I went to the Google store to do it. And so now it's wanting me to do that. And I have no idea where my master key is. So I may just reset my whole
Okay, so this is what you need to do. If you're in your Blue Dot app right now, if you can get into it, you're going to go to the gear and you're going to go to the cloud settings. And then at cloud settings at the very bottom option, well, not the bottom, middle of the page option, it's backup master key. And if you click on that, it will it should take you back to your screen on your phone, your main screen on your phone, where you can look for your email or your notes or a place to put it. And then you can have it backed up. But this is for a new device. So is this a new device for you too, Marcy?
No, this is the one where No, this is mine and it was never asking me to update. Like my daughter's asked her and she updated it, so she has all the new things like bioenergetic harmony, things like that. So I went to the Google store to update. It wants me to go through everything. And so it said import master key so I can activate my existing master device, reset my cloud account, log in with another account.
And is this the
Those are my
same
choices.
phone? Is this, okay, so I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood. Is this
Yes.
the same phone
Yes,
that you did it before?
yes,
So you should, again, did you save it to an email the first time?
probably.
Okay, and so if you go into your email, what you want to search for is Healy Master Key, and then it's a JSON file. So
Okay.
that sometimes helps. Go into your downloads, look there, see if you can find
Okay.
it. But that's the best way to do it, is to open up in your new device, your new phone or your new tablet, open up your email, find that file, find the email and find the file, download it to your device in some fashion, whether it's to your Pages or your Samsung Notes or just in the download file. The Healy app will look for it on your phone, but sometimes if it's closed up in an email, it won't find it.
Okay, it did take me to my downloads. So Healy Master Key. Oh, don't tell me it's that easy for me. Okay.
Yeah, it can be that easy, and then just have it open and then, yep. Sometimes it works that way. Any idea on the cost of the coil? No, we do not know how much the coil is going to cost. They haven't said or alluded to it at all. Is there any way to retrieve a client list? I do not know of a way to retrieve the client list. If you,
I don't,
I don't think there is, unfortunately. We just got done talking about the nutrition app in the Blue Dot. Some people it's come and gone. I've never had it. Gwen's never had it. I've resynced, I've updated. I've never had it. So I don't know what they're doing with it.
Maria, before you go on to the question on the client file, you know, I just want to say, because it's maybe just a lingo thing, is if it was saved to your master key and you have your master key and you're just like, have to reinstall it, the stuff is saved that way. If you have a second device and you can attach to an existing master key. So I think it just depends on what the question means, because the master key is how you're saving your client data. But if you get a new master key and use a new master key, then you don't have access to the old data to like transfer it over. So I think it just depends on where they're going with that question. But if they use the same master key on multiple devices or reinstall something and reload their master key, their client history actually should come back.
Okay. I've never uninstalled and reinstalled or changed my device. So unfortunately, I'm not in the know of the specifics of that. Sad to
Okay.
say, but yeah.
Okay, and we're coming up on 6, so let's see if we can take 1 or 2 more questions.
Well, I got my master key. I just got it.
Oh, good. So did you save it to your email? Did you email it to
No.
yourself?
No, I didn't. But what I'll do is I wrote it down and I'll just put all that information in my Samsung notes.
So are you in your Blue Dot app right now?
Yes.
Go down to the bottom right and click the gear. See the little gear button, little
Uh-huh.
gear icon, click that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then you're going to click where it says cloud setting. Go ahead there now. Cloud settings.
Okay, I did that.
Okay. And then you're going to scroll down a teeny bit and you'll see backup master key.
Yes.
Click that.
Save master key.
Save master key.
Uh-huh. I got
And it
that.
should take you to different places where you could email it to yourself.
Oh.
And that's what you'll want to do.
Got you.
Yeah, anybody on the call who has not saved their master key but still can get into their Blue Dot app, you need to be doing this. You need to go to the gear, go to cloud settings, go to backup master key, and then email it to yourself so you have it.
Maria, are you doing a call tomorrow?
I am doing a call tomorrow.
Okay, so maybe for there's a few new people on the call tonight. maybe we'll just mention that you start at 4:30.
I start at
Or-
4:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 Central. Yep. And so,
Yep.
yeah, we could definitely go over this. I can show how to do it.
Well, I'm not saying you can't do it right now. We can finish this topic. I'm just wanted to announce so people know you're on the call, that if
But
they
I'm saying I could actually show it. I could put my phone on and I could show how to do it too. That might help.
I
Okay.
have done it. I did it to myself.
Good.
Yep. So everything.
you.
Good.
Yeah. So I got
Well,
everything. Yes.
Mine was not that successful. Mine says that it's not a valid master key.
Yours says it's not a valid master key.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. So it's like, and it says that in my downloads that it's my Healy Master Key. It's a Gmail attachment. But then I go on, the imported file is not a valid master key.
So
I should just reset it all maybe.
is your blue dot work?
is your Blue Dot app working? Can you get into it?
No, because I updated and now I don't think it wants me to import my master key before I can
Okay.
get into it.
So do you have your other device at all that you can get into your Blue Dot?
Not with this Healy downloaded, but with my other Healy.
No, we're talking about the Blue Dot app. Can you still get into the Blue Dot app on your other phone? On your old
On my
phone?
other tablet, possibly. Mhm.
Because if you can,
Yeah,
then
but
you could go in, then you could go into where we're talking about into the gear and go to cloud settings and reset master key or backup master key. And then you could email it from there if you still have that capability.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be what
I will try that.
that's
See,
what I
and
would do.
In your case,
Okay,
it's
I was
not
trying
that
to do that.
Ruth, the new user, and in your case, you're on 2 different devices, so it's more of retrieving the master key. It's not,
Okay,
it's a different situation.
okay. I will try that. I went to the gear earlier because I thought there was supposed to be a place where I was supposed to check for updates. I did that on my pink dot and it never really did anything. Because I
Yeah, you
really didn't
can-
want to have to.
You can resync there in the Blue Dot app, but the updates, it doesn't say update in the Blue Dot app. You do that in your pink dot. Sometimes though, you'll go into the Play Store or the App Store and they'll have next to the Blue Dot app, it'll say update. And this last time, or just recently, they did so many changes because I think Apple did so many changes that they had to really revamp, and then they did a little update button in the App Store.
Okay, yeah, I
So-
kind of saw that.
Okay. If we get our free Healy in time, can we upgrade it to a resonance? Yes. Yeah, if you bought a Holistic Health or Holistic Health Plus during the sale, since the sale has been extended, and you have your serial number, you can go in for $500 and buy a resonance before they make it a subscription. So that would be the other thing. If you want a resonance and you don't have it yet, this is the month to do it. April, get it done in April. Get either an upgrade or purchase one.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question. So
Yeah.
now, since I done download the Blue app on my phone with, I have I bought the residence with the pink dot. I was working with that. Now with the Blue dot, now I'm grandfathered in. Am I grandfathered in with the Blue dot downloaded on my
Yep. If you've purchased it prior to the sale, or if you've purchased it during the sale, or if you upgrade it during the sale, and you have a resonance capability prior to April 31st or May 1st, when the sale ends, you are grandfathered into owning it.
Okay.
You won't have to pay a monthly fee.
Okay, and I'm in the Blue dot. Just to clarify, the Blue dot, that's pretty much where you working with other people, because it says like client and client list.
Yourself and others, or your animals, or yeah.
Okay,
We actually, if you go to, I'm going to share my screen really quick before we end the call so you can see it. If I
That's what I
go
was about to say, is that she needs to go to that video we just did.
Yeah, so let me go to Gwen and Maria. So here, So here is the Gwen and Maria. So if you go to YouTube and
Yeah,
you type in Gwen and Maria 2020, all spelled out,
yep, I've been there before. a
you'll
couple
come
times.
here. And then when you click on videos, just for people who are wondering, there's the green laser clearing video. And then
Where,
here's the
which
blue,
one?
this one down here, the green laser clearing.
That
Oh,
was a question last week.
That was a question last week. But the Blue Dot app is what you're gonna want to do. So the Blue Dot app, when you click on that, and then you click, let me click out of this other way. When you click down here on show more, it's all time stamped.
okay.
And then there's an additional one somebody else did here. So yeah, so that's a place where you can look at all the different things you can do, vibrating to a client, scanning the programs, custom programming in the Blue app. All of this is about the Blue Dot app. So that would be a good one to watch. It's about an hour. What is that? An hour and a half long, 2 hours long. And it's just got a lot. Gwen and I spent 2 hours doing that whole Zoom specifically for just the Blue Dot app.
Oh, okay. See, that's
Yeah.
what I did with the pink.
Mhm.
I sat there for about 2 hours and it was easy as I walked through it. So I done
Well, the nice thing
download-
about the video is you can pause, you can be watching it, pause and go along with it so that you get to do
Right.
it too. Because I'm a doer, I learn by doing. I can watch, but I really learn by doing. So
Right.
that's the nice thing about those videos is you can go through and do that.
Okay.
But we showed how to put custom programming in and all of that. So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll have my call tomorrow night. You can find that on ATP 123
Thank you.
under your connections, Zoom calls and webinars. And here are the Tech Tuesdays with us today, and tomorrow, Wednesdays with me. And yeah, so we can continue this if other people need to come tomorrow night, but I'll be there at 4:30 Mountain, 5:30 Central.
Okay, you guys have a great night, and thanks, Maria, and we'll talk to you and see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.